death. It's young exploration, I guess, symptomatic of, maybe suicidal ideations. I was only 5. Like, at 5, I don't even think you understand that stuff. So it's pretty deep, but I think it's relevant to express one's life experiences this way. Dear Abscess, suicide reflections. I've been obsessed with death since I was 5. I've been alive for 33 years. But for the most of them, I'm emotionally dead. Early damage, where memories scorn, a constant reminder of a reversing of time that cannot be done. I shared my first bowl of vitamins with a neighbor's daughter. They wrote me off as a difficult child. Can someone tell me at 5, what could that possibly mean? Wouldn't the reflection and burden fall on them, adults who don't want to be burdened with how to help a child learn how to grow up, how to learn, and how to lead? They said I'd never listen to anyone, so I was left to reach my own conclusions on things. No one seemed to understand the signs of a child in need. Looking back, I think it was just easier for them not to. Otherwise, they would have had to do something about it. Heaven forbid the boat is rocked and someone shook the social norm. It was a thing called Tupperware, color plastic. Never lead children on by coloring medicine to look like candy in a house with colorful bowls. It was a big round bottle sitting in the cupboard above the fridge. Inside were chewable vitamins that were as colorful as the rainbow. Sitting in the apartment in Newdale, growing up unsupervised in Winnipeg, I sat down on the floor with the other little girl across from me, 2 bowls, one in front of her and one in front of me. I opened up the lid and laid it on the floor and started counting out 1 for her and 2 for me, until the big round bottle was empty and our bowls full. A taste of vitamins that would change my life forever. When there was still time, back when I was only 5. I don't remember passing out. I do remember the view of an ambulance. I remember the fluorescent light, the white room, the cold, hard table they called a bed. It was very bright, everything spotlessly white, except for a few towels, and the big, huge bowl full of charcoal and mild blood, now laying on the floor after they pumped me. Waking in the ICU, children's ward, a clear subconscious attempt to escape the world so very soon. I guess the answers to this will always remain a miss, as the continuation of my childhood nevertheless withstood. Written by Jennifer Cooley. So that's kind of the thing, I'm still here. And the next one up, as you get older, is where do you go with all of that pain? You're never too old to find comfort in whatever means is necessary to fill the void of your pain, whether it's trauma, loneliness, or bad relationships, finding rest and security in something that doesn't judge you, so it's just there to listen and soothe. What in the end could be better than that? So teddy bears, those body pillows and stuff that people cuddle up to, just whatever necessary comfort you need when there's no body there or person that can help with that. And people who grow up in our struggles really can't relate to us when they're so far outside of that. So it's called Tears on the Teddy Bear. Tears on the teddy bear wipes the sadness away. Tears on the teddy bear. The sorrow has some place to go. Tears on the teddy bear, because he cares unconditionally, and he never laughs at you or yells back. Tears on the teddy bear. What do you do when you feel that way? Tears on the teddy bear. Whose fault is it all anyway? Tears on the teddy bear. Makes it all go away. Tears on the teddy bear. To give the strength you need to live each day and sleep each night through it all. Tears on the teddy bear. Wipes the sadness away. Tears on the teddy bear, giving all that sorrow some place to go. Tears on the teddy bear, too many to count. Too many times, all cried out, tears on the teddy bear. Take away all the madness. Tears on the teddy bear. What do you do when you feel that way? Tears on the teddy bear. Whose fault is it anyway? Tears on the teddy bear. Nothing more to say. Tears on the teddy bear. The end. Okay, so now we'll fast forward to the ones that I just did so that it all makes sense. I gotta get to the top here. Back to the profile. I'm not used to using my vocal page. I usually always have paper copies and books and stuff, but I thought I would learn to sort of upgrade. Now it's just loading. Okay, this first one I wrote April 3rd is literally after finding out about Val Kilmer leaving so soon from pneumonia. The personal connection is that my Uncle Spencer A few years ago, I was working for Mission Impossible, and we were just going through like an army of overdoses and things like that. And then I got told that he had passed away around all of the loss during working for Mission Impossible, and I wasn't used to losing that many people all at once. He passed away essentially from pneumonia. And I'm thinking after COVID, right, and surviving a heart attack, and then it's something we actually have a vaccine for, and have had for a while, and this is what he passes away from. And then we get told that Val Kilmer survived cancer, but passed away from pneumonia. So I was like a little, miffed. So I wrote Vortex of Energy, and it's dedicated to him. I'm so glad one of us got the lifetime of cameras to keep a record of the story on film. May just some of my words do justice between us with it all. As a child growing up, I could never be given a camera. There was never enough money. Oh, we'll wait till it's cheaper, etc., and the camera never came. So I never got to hold a handheld camera. I never got to learn how to splice and put film together. So I was sort of crippled as an artist. There's a whole venue of things I could never do, so I never got any further. But Val was addicted. He had cameras and recorded his whole life. He has an entire room of lifetime of video footages and collages and stuff. And I've learned that if I could access that, I could probably put together the other half of what it means to be, an actor or somebody pursuing success with all of that footage to make up for my life of never being able to hold and record until my later years when I started learning to use little cameras and YouTube channel. So, Vortex of Energy. My heart is crushed, my soul misaligned with these times. I do not fit, I am a miss. For all the years of wandering and pondering with the words I have penned to pages, in songs, poems, stories, and sonnets, year after year, over where you are, my dear, over where else I must travel to find rest, peace, and joy, in the arms of the right Prince Charming, in the arms of my angel, one who can soothe my soul and resurrect my heart to a place where I wish to and can live again. But it gets harder and harder every day as the lives of those I've known so well, people I was so familiar with for so long, all of them dying. Yeah, just leaving this life so quickly and far too young, with new faces and ages and ideologies on the horizon, people, strangers from everywhere, culture and music, and other beliefs that are not of my time. How does one live in something to which they do not relate? I have no TV and no Wi-Fi in my apartment today. I have to be careful as to what I will watch or listen to keep the nightmares and migraines away. I can't even turn the car radio on without being sick of all the American music. I wasn't even born there. Where did the British and European music scene go? Today's new stuff in styles that I just don't understand. It's noise, simply, that's all. There's no grace, no pause, no poise. When did people get so uncomfortable with silence and being alone with themselves? And the old stuff, the classics, as they say, well, I hate to tell you all, but this is no longer 1993, and being on radio, repeat reminder of just how much everything has changed only brings it back to the beginning of that crushed heart over everyone and everything now gone. Those I'm missing from a life and time past for me, and those now only left in pictures, my words or memories. I have given it a good fight. I did all the things I could do to find true love with friends, family, and a partner in this life around that God and Jesus that alone serving and being devoted to is not enough when born of flesh and blood. When one has suffered abuse at the hands of others in multiple ways, it is important so much more than ever that love is profoundly needed and must be found and given. So to you, my dear, wherever you are, I write these words and do confess how much I long for you, how much I am sorrowful for the lifetime of love we've lived without having, for not finding each other. But maybe, through my keeping things alive and keeping my heart beating, writing my words of passion, then maybe, baby, there may still be a chance that love will happen upon us both, and we do find one another still alive, with some grace in time, to love and be loved and yoked together. So here's to hoping my crushed heart heals, and my invisible tears nobody sees, nobody hears. With all the emotion of what I've written is felt by you, my dear, and that famous vortex of energy will yet still guide us onto the right path where our two lives and souls will finally collide.
Damn.
I do have one more for Val Kilmer, if you guys want to bear with me.
Go for it.
All right.
Go right for it.
Awesome. I just wasn't sure I'd be given enough time,
Oh, you
but I'm
Go for it.
thinking that it's just well worth it. He deserved it. I was worried. He has an art studio. Like, he sold his land, everything he had in New Mexico to start this new dream, and they still have it running, so my goal is to send this to him. He was interviewed on a TV show and asked about whether he'd be afraid to die, and he's like, no, I feel like heaven has already said that she's opened her arms to me with welcome, so it's called Heaven's Gate. Your love, my heart, working together side by side, in unison, a thing of beauty that no others could see. Yes, that we're not alone. All those years in waiting, pen in hand, flipping through your fingers and trying to understand what to do about your Batman. When he goes out and he does things, he always flips a pen in his fingers because he doesn't know what he's doing, he's thinking. And so it's a little thing, if you don't know, you don't know, but if you do, you do. The idea is the legacy of Batman, Wayne Industry, and who he was to leave it all to. A child you never met, so that pen continued to flip, unable to write the next script about a father meeting his daughter. I'm proud of you, Val, for believing in what was unseen, for patiently waiting, holding on to the hope that one day there would be freedom over what it was that was keeping us apart. It is complicated, I'm afraid. A simple poem would not be the answer to the fix. Things your conscious mind would find unfathomable to think of as a way of life in which someone you could care so much for could possibly be living through. Well, that was exactly what was happening to me. While you got to enjoy your glory in the light as it should be, I was living in those places of darkness and of death. All the things that were sacred and heavenly in value was being taken from me. And so the life that goes with it was the path I was born to be on, to gain my wisdom and experience while finding my way to the only kind of recovery that would work for me. Born of God, Jehovah, as his daughter and witness first, a mission impossible for ordinary humans to understand. I was not born ordinary, but rather extraordinary, all the while losing everything to me in physical and literal terms that would make it worth living at all. But this challenge aside, by and by, I declare one thing could not be stopped, could not be changed, like an iron rod, born for its purpose, for its time and place, that I was born to write. So as I grew, I continued to use that pen in hand. I've let my fingers flow so the words of my testimony and our stories could still be written and shared as it should be. Oh, now let it be known how much I thank you, Val, for being so real, videotaping everything while I could only use a pen. My heart hurts so bad I really can't compile words that describes being treated completely the opposite, to be denied one's childhood artistic desires. Oh, for the love my Lord and God had for me, no matter my struggles and difficulties, to believe in me so and know that I would make it for the sake of both our souls. Oh, how much he could see about the place you call death. He had this area, I guess Death Valley in California. He's like, oh, it's so full of death in his movie Val. And understanding why God kept me away from everyone a part of Hollywood, film, and TV for so long. Yes, some written words of history for which a record there must be, with meaningfulness and purpose for the course of life that would take place between two people whose stories were far more important and deeper than anyone else could have possibly known. I'm crying as I write these words, not knowing when the journey ends as I bear it all alone, but still hold on to the faith that we will meet face to face and embrace, where these words will then be a testament of truth and love that God can restore and heal, explaining our combined outer body experience through this all. I didn't need to be there witnessing that place by car, driving through it with you. How much more do you think I would see when adding in what I've already been through? I've had little to no money most of my life. I've had to fight, scrape, scratch, claw, and climb every step up that ladder of learning and life in finding my way and my place in the world. That making of my own destiny, accomplishing what others said could not be done. My history in words mattered more than I ever knew because of you. Making a movie about being stars while living it apart. It takes years of living it in the moment and capturing what of it you can, when God quite literally was the only person who could see and understand the movies in the making. Yes, the legacy of our works. The tricky part has been the balance through it all. I didn't have the supports of others through my years. No one was by my side. No handouts, no hand up, no one holding it all. I know nothing about suburban life, backyard pools and barbecues, lavish parties, limos and such things. I probably have killed someone who ate caviar in front of me. Must be the Canadian in me, eh? I can't understand a little of a life of ease, where there is always enough money for everything. A bank account with savings. What's that? A $10,000 to $30,000 vacation? I couldn't fathom wasting that much time. In my life, I just scramble and work so hard to reach and live there, just to get by. So I can continue to grow and achieve the goals one step at a time. That makes me the artist whose voice these words happen to be speaking for you and me. There are so few who could understand that I would go mad if I did not create. The story of existence, the one we've told, each one must be written. I can't imagine how this would have gone for the two of us if I didn't use the pen the way that I do. But as we know, my friend, because you did show yourself to me and I to you in understanding the other was there even if we didn't know where, the grief and weight of it all held its place in the silence for the crushing of our time. Would we ever meet? Oh, how these words declare I know you the way that I do, Val. Oh, Bruce Wayne of mine, time will stand still in that place between us where that story was never told. No one can take that from us. For those words, I think I've lost my spot. From us, those words, we're almost there.
Just take your time, it's okay.
Okay. Oh, Bruce Wayne of mine, time will stand still in that place between us where the story was never told. No one can take that from us, for those words were only ours to behold. Now you have helped me. Be rest assured that I will make it with this pen in mind of you, flipping round and round the one crossing between fingers of our world of words longed for in reaching the paper. It was enough to speak everything between us, which needed to be conveyed. It's all relevant over where I am now and what I'm doing, pen in hand, still moving across every line of each page, pouring out into all the books I write. My half of this story and truth, my pain, cries, worries, loves, sorrows, and joys. This is my greatest comfort. So I just want you to know, I will now pick up those cameras and learn how to capture the ongoing story on screens larger than life. Really, yes, something bigger than what I can hold in the palm of my hand. The story of both our lives continues, and I am set to learn how to finish accomplishing what you were given the blessing of being able to do while growing up. Apart from me, what I was denied. And so as you perfectly put in your film, Val, here will be where I end as the person I am and you begin the characters within me. As I take my stand with all my work on display for everyone everywhere to see, the evidence of our two lives and their true stories coming to life in performance through our collective works. What we saw is our personal treasures, and yes, pieces of each other. Here the magic will be witnessed that you, Val, are not gone, but one with the collective. In and through me, yes, the universe too, and with that, God himself. As you've always said, your dream was right at heaven's gate. I was holding out my heart as you began your depart, without needing to be in your will. Oh, my Batman, be still. It was indeed a girl, and opened arms of welcome that said, I love you. There, guys, thank you very much. Yeah, I didn't watch the movie until after I had learned he passed away, and then I wrote this piece because the dates in his movie are succinct with my life growing up and my side of the story. So I got goosebumps from head to toe to realize that God was giving me evidence of some truth in all of that. Thank you.
Don't think about that speaks here.